From the moment a heart beats its first rhythm, an invisible clock starts counting down. In every biological system, death is a certainty. But what happens at the exact second that clock hits zero? Once the heart stops and the physical shell is left behind, where does the consciousness go? Within Sanatana Dharma, the Garuda Purana serves as a foundational text, a meticulous and profoundly detailed travel guide for the afterlife. According to this record, death marks the initiation of a highly structured cosmic migration. The text unfolds as a conversation. Garuda, the king of birds, asks Lord Vishnu to reveal the fate of those who sinned on earth. Vishnu describes a mandatory trek that every soul must undertake, leading directly to the realm of Yama, the god of death. This visualization shows the scale of that journey. It spans exactly 86,000 yojanas, an immense distance bridging our world to the seat of judgment. The nature of this journey is determined by two factors: the past actions of the deceased and the ritual duties performed by the living. The Garuda Purana describes a violent departure. The soul is pulled from the physical body, emerging confused and no larger than a human thumb. It is immediately intercepted by the Yamadutas, messengers of death who bind the microscopic soul in preparation for the march. To assist the soul, the family on earth begins Pinda, a 10-day ritual of offering specific rice balls to the deceased. Each sequential offering of Pinda builds a new, subtle body around the soul. This Yatna Deha acts as a metaphysical armor, providing the anatomy required to endure the rigors of the afterlife. Through these rituals, the grieving family actively manufactures the survival gear their loved one needs to withstand the path ahead. On the 13th day, the soul is dragged onto the Yamamarga, the highway of death. The environment is a landscape of extremes. 12 suns blaze simultaneously in the sky, scorching the ground. Sudden, freezing winds whip across a terrain entirely devoid of shade, water, or a place to rest. The Yamadutas relentlessly force the exhausted soul forward, dragging it through these environmental tortures. This landscape operates on a karmic logic. The physical suffering on the Yamamarga reflects the pain and exploitation the individual caused others during their life. The march eventually reaches the most formidable barrier in the text, the Vaitarani River. Vaitarani is a churning torrent of boiling blood, filled with predatory creatures and echoing with the screams of those who cannot cross. For the soul, the river is impassable. Crossing it requires a specific metaphysical currency. This ledger shows how earthly virtues translate into survival assets. Passage is granted only to those who practice charity and human duty, such as Daan, the giving of a cow. Here, earthly wealth and status are worthless. Survival depends entirely on the human duty performed while alive. There is a profound paradox here. Why is a text filled with terrifying visions read to families immediately after a loved one dies? The text addresses Asakti, the worldly attachment that Hindus believe is the source of all grief and suffering. The Garuda Purana provides a philosophical antidote, Vairagya, or detachment. These descriptions are designed to break the illusion of permanent physical existence for the living. By mapping the terrifying landscape of the dead, the text teaches the living to act with detachment, devotion, and an unwavering focus on their earthly duties.